So I didn't wake up this morning thinking, you know what I need? A highlighter yellow watch. But somehow NOMOS has made me want one and I didn't see this coming. So I've gotten 2 watches from NOMOS, the more yellow dial Club Campus Starlight and the very deep navy Night Sky. I think these are so fantastically NOMOS, but they're not perfect. So here's the advantages, disadvantages, and everything you need to know about these club campuses. If you're new here, my name is Brittany, and on this channel we just talk all things watches. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know I have a massive soft spot for NOMOS. My first ever mechanical watch was a NOMOS. I think they offer so much in their watches, especially for the price. And honestly, they are one of the few brands that keep me excited about watchmaking. So that's my bias. That's everything you need to know. This review isn't paid for or anything like that. These are just some press pieces that were sent to me and my honest thoughts on them. NOMOS have really been investing in the club line, and I'm here for it. It's their unique take on a sports watch, and it's a pretty full bench, like the Bracelet variation Neomatic Sport, the New World Timers, these are so sick, and of course, these models, the Club Campus. Looking at the specifications, these have a case diameter of 36 millimeters, a thickness of 8.2 millimeters, and a lug-to-lug of 47.5 millimeters, which is a very long lug-to-lug for a 36 millimeter case diameter. But you know, do we talk about NOMOS lugs? It's been talked about so much. We will talk about them. We'll circle back on this. Bear with me. So for wearing experience, here this is on my 5.5-inch wrist compared to my husband's 7-inch wrist. I'm really sorry for the state of my B-rolls. I'm very embarrassed. I can't find the proper shots I took of him wearing these. I don't know where they are, but fortunately I took some shots on my iPhone as well, but they don't look good enough. I usually wouldn't post anything like this on my channel. I don't want this to be a reflection of me. Returning to the lug conversation, because they are so long. It's at this point a part of the NOMOS design language, and NOMOS watches wear larger than how they sound on paper. So I'd say this wears more like a 38 millimeter watch than a 36 millimeter. It isn't a good or bad thing. It's sometimes just an unexpected thing if you're not as familiar with the brand. These specific colorways are also available in 38 millimeters, so that is something to keep in mind if you have a larger wrist. I would recommend the 36 millimeter for a 5.5-inch wrist to a 7-inch wrist, and the larger 38 millimeter variation for wrist sizes larger than 7 inches. But as always, it depends on how you like your watches to wear and how you like your proportions. Keeping on with the specifications, these have 100 meters of water resistance, which is awesome, a stainless steel case material, and powered by the NOMOS in-house Alpha caliber. This is their manual winding caliber, giving 43 hours of power reserve. You guys know I love NOMOS, and for me this is one of the biggest things. This was the thing that got me in the door with them. Having a manufacturer caliber at this price, so this is £1,380, that's unheard of. I really can't think of any brand that offers what NOMOS offers for the price. And you know, it's not just the movement, it's their unique distinctive design. It's the specifications, it's fantastic. You really can't argue with these. Now, I literally just said you can't argue with NOMOS. You really can't argue with these. But you probably could argue with NOMOS design. Many people do. It's very Bauhaus. It's very contemporary. And the vibe isn't for everyone, and that's completely understandable. I personally really like it. I think it's incredibly German, but still adds those color pops, playful bits of personality without feeling gimmicky. I love it. But so many people in my comment section don't, and I completely get it. I think whenever you're making something unique and stand out, it won't be for everyone. The dial layout features a California dial, or a combination of Arabic and Roman numerals with baton indices mixed in there as well. A small seconds at 6 o'clock with a bright orange hand in keeping with the club colorway. Now, we need to talk about the colors. One is a little bit more shocking, while the other is a bit more traditional, but still pretty out there. So the Starlight is a very bright yellow. I don't know how to describe it with words, so I will put on the video that looks the closest to how it looks in real life. The Night Sky is also striking. It seems subdued compared to the Starlight, but it is still very bold if you compare it to other watches. I love the way the orange seconds hand contrasts against the deep, almost indigo blue dial. It's very bold, it's very NOMOS, without being quite the same commitment as the bright yellow. Another thing of note is that the Club Campus is only available on strap. If you are someone who is pretty hard over on Bracelet, I'd recommend looking into the Club Sport 34, 39, or 41 depending on your size preferences. The strap it comes with is awesome. If I was buying this, I'd also get one of their 18mm woven textile straps for something a bit sportier, then you could bring it to the beach. You know, I have a little pet peeve that I need to air, and I'm going to tuck it away here towards the end. I receive a lot of comments saying, this review was hardly impartial or objective. I really do try my best to be as objective as I can be as a human being without waffling on too much. But also, you can't take the bias out of a review. Our watch tastes and preferences are so personal and so unique, and it comes with our worldview, it comes with our style, it comes with the places we live, grow up, where we are in our collecting journey. In fact, when I tune into different watch reviews, I am usually tuning in for their bias. I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear your take on this. There's the facts, so the dimensions, capabilities, all stuff you can read on their website anyways, but there are facts that, you know, can't be changed or can't be manipulated in any way. But for me, it is the subjectiveness and the bias that I tune in for. So if you want to hear some pure subjectiveness, you're in the right place. I feel like with NOMOS, all the things that are advantages for some people are disadvantages for other people. Starting with the advantages, and I mean it's not even up for debate, the movement is incredible. The alpha caliber is beautifully finished, impressively accurate. You won't find something as great as this around the £1,000 or $1,300 to $1,500 price. This is a real standout area for the brand. I had the pleasure of visiting their movement manufacturing facilities twice now. Each time I was blown away by just how much they are doing. They take their movement production incredibly seriously, as they should. Now, let's get into muddier waters. Let's get into pure opinion. I love the colors they selected. I love just how much personality and character they pack into these. They aren't sterile or boring, and they aren't too much either. They aren't afraid of a bold colorway, and I always describe NOMOS as masters of colors, just how they use and match colors. I would say this is quite versatile, especially if you're not afraid of colors. You could wear this with jeans and a t-shirt, and I think you could also wear this with office attire and it would completely fit in. And last but not least, having 100 meters of water resistance means this is a great go anywhere, do anything watch. You could wear this to the beach, on a boat, I don't know, whatever you do in the water. As for disadvantages, this is only available with the alpha caliber, which is manual winding. So if you prefer an automatic, this is sadly the only option. Next, the California dial, or the mix of Roman and Arabic numerals, isn't for everyone, nor is the bright crazy colors, nor is minimal Bauhaus design language. The design sensibilities of NOMOS are kind of specific and kind of polarizing. I personally love it, but I also love bold out there designs and I love big bright colors. And the last disadvantage that I can think of is that there is no date complication. Once again, I think this is a conscious design choice, but as someone who has grown to appreciate and use the date complication a lot, I miss it when it's not present. But yeah, I think I said everything I wanted to say about these. I'd love to know in the comments down below, what do you think of the NOMOS Club, and even more specifically, these colorways? Would you ever wear the Starlight? I need to know. Thank you so much for your viewership, and thank you to the Pope tier patrons, whose names are on the screen right now. Oh yeah! Hello, Pope tier patrons, all tier patrons, everyone who's just made it to the end, you're a legend. Thank you so much. And thank you specifically to the names that are on this screen. These are the Pope tier patrons, the highest tier of patrons in Gringa Patreon. thank you so much for supporting my weird little channel. I hope you keep enjoying it. I hope you keep enjoying the work we do. And as I always say, and I mean it, even if you don't keep enjoying this channel, I hope you enjoy watches forever. They're fabulous and wonderful, and you're fabulous and wonderful. Measuring time and keeping time, it's fantastic. It's an honor. And yeah, I'm not going to keep waffling on. You're amazing. Bye, guys.